Well, here we are, guys. Race 4, the German Grand Prix at Berlin. Near the Brandenburg Gate, what we know as Berlin. We're one way to celebrate Berlin's 750th anniversary in 1987. Hello everybody, I'm James Woolley and I'm part of the game J Choice here for this so far. And welcome everybody to the 4th round of the World Championship here in Germany at the Berlin circuit in Berlin. And we're ready for the German Grand Prix to begin with circuit though. This Berlin circuit is also part of Formula E2 guys, because we're having a fantastic good race so far for this. Germany is fantastic, very good, and hopefully we're going to have a fantastic race there here in Germany. So now let's take a look at the starting grid for today's German Grand Prix for the 4th race of the season. It's a fantastic good lap time for Adrian to do though. He's forcing to put his car on purpose in his home way. Alongside is the McLaren of Jensen Button. He needs to be considerate if he wants to win today. Next up is Fernando Alonso in the VI, and it's Jarno Trulli, his best result for Lotus in 4th. Nick Rosberg only 5th so far for Mercedes, and Karun China is in 6th. Vitaly Petrov is in 7th place, scored 3 podiums, 2 podiums actually for Renault, and he's got championship leader Pedro Alonso in 8th. There is Felipe Massa in 9th place, there is Jaime Alguersuari in the 12th was 10th. Lucas Grassi is in 11th place so far, Kovalainen is in 12th place so far in the Lotus. Michael Schumacher only 30 in the other Mercedes, and Vincenzo is 14 after his best for his teammate though. Bruno is next up so far for this, and it's the Red Bull Mark Webber, only 16th so far, and the Australian needs to go very hard for the race. Sebastian Vettel is next up for the Toro Rosso, and it's Nico Hulkenberg in the Williams in 18th. God didn't go so bad for this. Berger started at the back of the field like he did in Malaysia. Kamui Kobayashi is next up for Sauber, then it's Lewis Hamilton from McLaren in 22nd, and it's the Red Bull of Sebastian Vettel in 23rd, alongside the red of Robert Kubica way at the back of the field. We might see a bit of rain coming into later in the race so far. I think it's the one we're getting Saris in Germany in Berlin. Also, it's raining in Germany so far here in this circuit though, but it's going to be an amazing race so far. Okay, everyone's on the grid for the 4th round of the World Championship so far. Pedro Alonso is the championship leader though. He got the team 55 points so far. Sabali in the constructors' championship is 57 points after the last sub I messed it up. But here we are, guys. Race 4 is Germany. Adrian is 2 on purpose, and there's just a button alongside in 2nd. Alonso's in 3rd. We got 4 laps on. And we got off in Berlin, Germany. And look, it's a good start there from Adrian 2. Alonso, everybody has a good start there. Alonso takes the lead into the first chicane. And then into 2nd chicane, so Alonso leads from Mike Rosberg in 2nd place overall. Good start for Bubba from the back of the field there. They make it through there. Alonso leads from Rosberg. Then he's spotted in 3rd as they come around to the end of the race. But Pedro's now leading the race so far. After that, a really good start there for the race so far. As we got a lot of corners going around so far for this. And we see Button and Hamilton and Pedro's dropped at the back of the field now. Kobayashi's down in 22nd place already, so he had the best start from the Japanese driver, not very happy for that stuff. And that is Nico Rosberg that leads the race so far. We might see Button on move up to 2nd place so far, so we might have to take a replay of the results later on after this we finish the race time. But hopefully we'll see. And that's Rosberg's now leading the race so far, and Button's in 2nd. Schumacher's now in 3rd now. Both Mercedes are into the top 3 that are now. Good start for Rosberg. He's now leading his home Grand Prix now. Onto the full lap, and Schumacher now leading. He's just past point now. It's now a Mercedes 1-2 now. As both us, Rosberg and Schumacher there, but Button takes 2nd place from Schumacher. There he goes. That's all the others the field so far for this. Lucy's over. Oh, we just not the Allianz side. Oh, I don't think we have played better so far. Vettel's 2nd to last place so far. Ebba going for the next corner, going on to lap 5 now. We're in an excellent race so far for this. Michael Schumacher's on the race so far. Rosberg 2nd now. This is my big year to get the first Mercedes 1-2 for the season in Roblox. We might find out, guys. Moving on to lap 6, guys, and it's gone cloudy now because the weather has been changed a bit so far. We haven't seen a safety car go off just yet, guys. We haven't seen nobody has gone out into the barrier so far. We'll hopefully have this race continue on as we go through this race so far. The race is completely going green at the moment, so everybody else are fantastically okay. Berger's now down in last place so far for Williams, so hopefully he'll be able to resume okay. Anyway, coming around across the line on lap 8, Rosberg leads from Vitaly Petrov. Bottas in 3rd with Pedro Alonso in 4th. The championship leader is having a good one so far. He's now in P5 so far. If he gets past everyone, he might take a 3rd win of the year. Pedro Alonso only won about 2 races he had so far in Australia and Malaysia. He finished 5th in Monaco though, but can he aim for his 3rd win here in Germany? But it's not going to be as Petra is now trying to battle with Nico Rosberg there. No, sorry, we got this so far. We just hear spots are coming down, guys. But Rosberg leads from Vitaly Petra. The Russian driver is now in second place so far. But it's now in third now. He started the race in P2. He just lost position so far for this. Where is the pole man who got pole position? There is 82. He's just behind Massa and his teammate Fitty Lucy. Meanwhile, both of the Red Bull are charging up through. Hamilton is trying to trade in second place so far. Berger is down in last place so far. Not very good for that for this place now. And now Vitaly Petra now leads the race so far for when now? And we don't know what was that coming out of the back of the video, but anyway. Coming out of the computer, never mind. Moving on to lap 11. Petrov, Rosberg, Button, Algusroy, Chandog is there in 5th place so far. That's top 5 so far. Look at the gap between Vitaly Petrov and Nico Rosberg as they go on to the next lap so far for this. And we can see we might be seeing some spots of rain coming in about 5 minutes time. So we might be having good so far for this. Well, hopefully we might see any rain coming in the next 5 minutes, guys. We'll hopefully have this week go very well so far. It's going to get rainy so far for this. And hopefully how this going to go for this. So no. Rosberg that takes the lead back from Petra. Nico Rosberg leads for William. Actually, Mercedes actually for 2010. And Petra takes back the position now. Petra takes the lead so far for where now as he leads in Germany. Who's coming in the back of it is Kubica still. Kubica's already in last place so far. He started the race in last place and now he's having trouble so far for this. Everyone on to lap 30 now already so far. 21 laps remaining now. We're going to see how this track goes pretty well so far. Here with the Berlin circuit. It's going pretty well so far for this 4th round of the year. On to lap 40 we go through now. After possible 33 laps. Rosberg leads from Petra. All big crunch there. As August Ray is battling with Jensen Bud there. Chandler is just behind him 5th, but he's just got lost there. And there's the both 4 City just behind championship leader Petra. Mark Webber's now up into P10 away so far for Red Bull. Where is his teammate Vettel though? He's climbing through the field. He's now got Alonso and Massa. What is going on with Alonso and Barrichello? Button started the race in P2. I think Alonso started the race in P3 already. Unfortunately, that's not very happy at him at all. So unfortunately, that will ruin him after all for this. Track goes pretty well for this. As we move it on to lap 16 now, out of possible very Rosberg leads. And Button takes second place from Petra. Button takes second place. Good one for the British driver. Lelucy is now into 4th place so far. Lelucy is not just behind champion leader Pedro also. He's going to make it through there. For they go through. Everybody get through so far for this. And hopefully how this race completely go excellent on the rail for this. As we're going on to lap 20, it's now beginning to rain out here in Germany, in Berlin. Course is getting wet. As Button takes the lead for McLaren now. We thought Rosberg going to lead so far, but Petro's out in second place now. There is champion leader Pedro Alonso. He's now overtaking Rosberg too. Pedro Alonso might come around and try to trade Potter, and Pedro might probably take another win so far. We're on to lap 21 so far for this. We haven't seen no retirement so far for this, and we have a good race in our hand here in Germany, guys. Pretty excellent race so far for this trip, though, here in Germany. Robert Kubica is not coming back so far. The rain is pulling down. You hear the raindrop coming down here in Britain. Which you need for so far for this. Button leads on to that 22 so far for the out of possible 33 lap. He still leads from Rosberg. Delors is in 3rd. Petro 4th. Kubica 5th. Degrassi is 6th. Alonso is now in 8th place so far. Alonso is now charging through back to field now. Webber still good to hold up. Kobayashi. Some of my trials are going through too. On to that 23 to go through now. 11 laps remaining. Everybody going pretty well so far. Barrichello is in last place so far. I think he's going to be holding out for the last 3 minutes so far there. Button still leads from Rosberg still. As will the 2009 Formula 1 World Champion do anything there. Button from Great Britain. Coming round now. Only 10 laps to go to him victory. As Alonso's going to have a look at those so far. Any more moves there? Buemi's starting in trade first so far. And we're looking at what Pedro Alonso into second place so far. He's got a chance on chase a button now. We are able to take the lead of the race. He does. Pedro Alonso takes the lead up the German Grand Prix. Wow. Pedro Alonso out of nowhere started the race in P8. He's now leading the race so far. If he can hold this up, he might take a 3rd win in a row. Pedro Alonso from Spain is on a roll now with Button and Rosberg behind him now. And the rate is kept pulling down here in Berlin, Germany. And we know there's sours here in Berlin for this. On to that 26 win on now. Cooper says throwing back through the field now. Vettel's not happy so far. This field now going very well for him. We're going through the chicane so far on lap 26 though, but it's going pretty excellent so well for these drivers here in the German Grand Prix in Berlin. On to lap 27 now, to possible 3 laps though going over through there. Dolores still leads, Button second, but Petrol's down in third, but he's going to take second from Button now. As the grass is now moved up to 5th place now. Sumac is just charging through now. Some of the rest of the fields are maybe Mark Webb is not in the points at the moment. He's maybe dropped down to 12th or 13th place at the moment. Santico's not out still yet, guys. It's going pretty well so far for this. The way he kept pulling down so far, we might be into the front of so very soon, but maybe not. We are still comfortably racing here in Germany. Dolorosa still leads the race so far for Sauber. Petros in 2nd place so far for there. He might try to get his 3rd podium of the year. His first ever podium, or his 3rd ever podium for 3rd. Remember in Malaysia it was Dolorosa, Chandra and Petro on the podium, but would it be Dolorosa, Petro and Bottom? Bottom might get his 1st podium of the year. But it's not calling it over just yet. There's only 4 laps to go until Dolorosa will see the checker flag. Sumac was going to hold the Alguersuari and Degrassi for the last few points positions that we go through there. As I will might have to get it. Remember, you have to get into the top 10 for the points so far. As our Petro now takes the lead so far. Vitaly Perla leads the race for Renault, and he comes round for the last corner now and cross the line now. It's going pretty excellent so far for this one. Only 3 laps to go here in Germany, and this is going to be an amazing race so far for this. Petros still leads from Button. Button now takes the place from Dolorosa. Could he able to set the victory? But no, he can't do this yet so far for this. Petros still leads the race so far for this. 2 laps to go. As the grass is now moved to 4th place. Both of the Mercedes are doing the points so far. Oh, Vettel's dying in last place so far. He has a terrible day, hopefully. He will have to come back next time out here in... Maybe in the next week we're going to Britain now. Petro round the last corner now. Will he hold on to Dolorosa? Remember, he lost the win to him in Malaysia. Could he hold him on to the final lap of this race so far here in Germany? Oh, he's getting very close indeed so far. Dolorosa is still closing on Petro there. Petro's not that easy at the moment, but they're heading towards the far corner now. Who is going to win the German Grand Prix here in Berlin? Oh, it's going to be close, but it's going to be Vitaly Perez. He's going to take his first win in Formula 1. Head of Pedro the champion leader in 2nd. Bottom 3rd, Lissy Clark, Degrassi said, August says 7th, Wasper, Michael Schumacher 8, Alonso 9, Chandler 10. 11 is going to go to Cover Island, Webber, Kobayashi 12, Webber 13, 24, Kubica 15, Hogwarts 16, Senna 17, Becker 18, Massa 19, or Exeter 19, Massa 20, Clark 21st, Birmingham 22nd, Hampton 23rd, and Vettel last. Oh no. Vettel only got last place so far for this race. That is not very good so far there. But Petro has scored his 1st ever win in Formula 1, and that was an excellent race that close between Dolorosa and Petro. So here's the race result for the German Grand Prix race. It was Vitaly Petro who took the victory for Renault. Pedro Dolorosa is 2nd player, but again his 1st podium of the year, had the 52 de Lucy. Jaime Alguersuari is 5th behind it. It was Lucas Degrassi. Good for his 1st points of the year. Had the both Mercedes, Schumacher and Robert will lead the race so far in the first 3 laps until the rain to hopefully win their race. Alonso facing the points for the first time, had a Kuhn Chandler in 10th. He will also go on 1.2. For the rest of the positions though, it's pretty good so far there. Webber only managed to get 30 play. He made up 3 positions for as far in this race so far, and unfortunately his teammate fell only 24 so far. Hamilton maybe in 24, maybe not, maybe 22nd so far. We might have a quick update later on after the race. We might take a look at the replay of the race result and we'll see what the driver would look like so far for that, okay? We'll do that very soon. But we can't put the driver for the race result for this race in Germany after a close race. We might check it out next time out in Britain, guys, and see what the driver looks like after that. So there is Pedro on the podium for Renault F1. Pedro is doing his championship lead, guys, for Sauber, and just above 1st podium for McLaren. And now, guys, we'll be listening to the Russian and French national anthems. Since it's been a long time since the Soviet Union invaded Germany, and so the United States, America, Britain and France invaded Germany too from 61 to 89 when East Germany was there. And there is the trophy. Gonna give it to Vitaly Petrov, his first win in Formula 1 in the Roblox series. This is him. This is the Berlin trophy for Germany. That's part of Germany. That's the roundabout gate there. And congratulations to Petrov for winning this race here in Germany, guys. Congratulations, Petrov. And the driver's channel will see over next time up. Well done, guys. That's pretty much it we have time for the German Grand Prix, guys. Well, please join us next time for the next one. Will be in Britain, guys. We'll be ready for the British Grand Prix, guys, in not in Silverstone, but something else. But guys, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time for next week in Britain. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.